today is a big day in the NFL. 4 o'clock today, franchise tags, all of the various things. And all eyes really are on Aaron Rodgers. All eyes really are on Lamar Jackson. Now, here's 3 guys that made themselves a little money today. Let's go. Let's see. Pollard, good for you. Does that mean Zeke Elliott's gone? Here's the deal with Zeke Elliott. Tony Pollard signed himself a big franchise tag, okay? And what that means to me, is that Zeke Elliott is going to be gone. I would get rid of Zeke Elliott. I think Zeke Elliott is fat. I think Zeke Elliott had a little bit of success, and Zeke Elliott went from being, according to Urban Meyer, one of, if not the best competitors that he's ever had, to a fat guy that doesn't run very well and is expendable. Now, I'm just telling you, here's the deal with Zeke Elliott. He is slated to make $10.9 million. Woo! I ain't paying that guy $10.9 million. I'm sorry, but it ain't happening. I don't want to do it. I cannot do it. I won't do it. I don't think it's necessary to do. And he's become a pain in the backside. Josh Jacobs, in my opinion, he's a little bit different. Josh Jacobs, to me, also got the franchise tag. Josh Jacobs, to me, is one of the best running backs in the league, and not a lot of people know it. Not a lot of people know it because nobody's really paid attention to Josh Jacobs and the Fighting Raiders because, well, frankly, they haven't been very good. But Josh Jacobs, when I talk to NFL people, he might be one of the top 2 or 3 respected running backs in the league. Darren Payne didn't make the Pro Bowl. 11.5 sacks for Darren Payne, the defensive tackle, really good defensive tackle for the Washington Commanders. Everybody talks about Chase Young, but this kid here, Darren Payne, 20 quarterback hits, listen to this, 49 pressures, 11.5 sacks. Dude's going to make $19 million. Now, there aren't 5 people that ever heard of Darren Payne outside of D.C. And don't at me about it either, people. Do not at me. Don't at me. 1,600 yards for Josh Jacobs. It's kind of amazing. He's only going to make only $10.091 million this year on the tag. If you want to know if running backs are, I don't know, maybe diminished a tad, Josh Jacobs making $10 million a year when a defensive tackle is making what, 20? That tells you all you need to know. Tony Pollard, 25 years old, what's he going to make, you ask? He's going to make $10.09 million a year as well. Evan Ingram, Jacksonville tight end, pretty good. I know this. When Evan Ingram plays against the Colts, he whoops up on the Colts. He had a career year, 73 catches, 766 yards, franchise record for a tight end. He's going to make $11.345 million. Now, I would argue that tight ends are way more important than running backs, but hey, I guess they're only $1 million more valuable than running backs. It's fascinating to me. What is Lamar Jackson going to do? All right. Lamar Jackson is 45-16 if you believe quarterback stats, wins and losses are a quarterback stat. They average 28 points a game when Lamar Jackson is in the game. They only average 20 when he's not in the game. So I want you to think about this. He's one of 6 players in NFL history, 100-plus passing touchdowns, 4,000 rushing yards. We make up all these numbers. I'm reading it right here. All right? They're clearly better with Lamar Jackson. But as I said, Ozzie Newsome says he is going to be tagged. If they can't agree, he's going to be tagged. The non-exclusive tag, which allows him to negotiate with other teams, and we'll talk whether there is a market out there with Armando coming up here in about 5 minutes, is if there is a market for Lamar Jackson, he can go seek it. Would you give that kind of coinage to Lamar Jackson? I would. I would give more coin to him than I would to Deshaun Watson, even before the rub and tug. I would give Lamar Jackson more coinage than I would Kyler Murray, even before it came out that Kyler Murray is a pain in the backside. I love Lamar Jackson. I'm tired of Lamar Jackson, just like I'm tired of Aaron Rodgers. At some point, you just get tired of these guys. You're just like, man, all right, great. I know ESPN has to wear you out. I know every show in the morning, which I no longer watch, has to talk about that and Mike McCarthy. I get it, but I don't know about you, but they're starting to give me gas, and I don't need more gas. I am gassy enough. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, Derek Carr. Derek Carr, guess what? Derek Carr just signed with the Saints, and his coach, Dennis Allen, actually coached him to a terrible record in I guess it was Oakland when he was there. So Derek Carr goes ahead and gets him some cabbage. Derek Carr now becomes the quarterback. Whether Alvin Kamara is around, who knows? Whether or not Chris Olave becomes an all-world wide receiver, which I think he is. I hate to say it, but I really, really do think he is. I think Chris Olave is unfreaking believable. Now, I just tell you, that's just the way I look at it. I think he's unbelievable. I think he's great. And now you got a quarterback. I don't know, but I will say this to you Indianapolis fans. I want Jameis Winston. I want Jameis Winston. I want Jameis Winston now. Congratulations, Geno Smith. Geno Smith hung in there, back in with the Jets. A lot of problem, whatever. Geno Smith hung in there, got his chance this year. And, man, he Wally pipped Drew Lock. I mean, he just Lou Gehrig to Wally Pipp. He just got it done and signed a 3-year, $105 million contract. Now I ask you, this is how I go about it. Would I want Geno Smith quarterbacking the Colts? I don't think so. I honestly don't. I don't think I would. I look at Geno Smith like I look at Phillip Rivers, or like I looked at Carson Wentz, or like I looked at the guy this year, Matt Ryan. An okay quarterback, overpaid. That's on the downside. I know he had a good year. I know he's a comeback player of the year. Maybe he's on the upside, but I ain't doing it. I'm Belichicking this. And by that, I mean I am not just simply saying, hey, look, fellas, let's take it. I'm not doing it. Nope. Do I want Aaron Rodgers quarterbacking my Colts? Absolutely. 100%. He elevates the entire franchise. Do I want Derek Carr? Well, I don't know. I feel like Derek Carr is in the same boat as Geno Smith, but you know what? You do have to give somebody a contract. 4 years, $150 million is what Derek Carr got. You do have to give somebody a contract. Somebody's going to play quarterback for the Colts under a big number. And somebody's going to play quarterback for your team that doesn't have a major league quarterback. Like Dak Prescott's going to play for the Cowboys. Who's going to play for the Cardinals? Is it going to be Colt McCoy while Kyler Murray comes back? You know, Deshaun Watson's going to be the quarterback in Cleveland, for better or worse. Who's going to be the quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons? Who's going to be the quarterback of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Who's going to be the quarterback of the Carolina Panthers? Who's going to be the quarterback, and we can say the Houston Texans, the Indianapolis Colts? You know what I'm saying? Hell, maybe Ryan Tannehill is hanging in there. We'll get to what the Tennessee Titans are doing. They're looking to shop Derrick Henry smart. It's a full reload. Bud Dupree got cut. Derrick Henry on the block. Who knows what's going to happen with Ryan Tannehill? But I do know this. There has never, and there will never be, and there can never be a better opportunity for whoever your team is, and I will use two teams, the Colts or the Jacksonville Jaguars, to elevate themselves in a division that's complete crap. Hey, thanks for watching Don't At Me with me, Dan Dockich. Make sure to like, subscribe, or click the notification bell for more of my beautiful face. Check out my full show to my right, or watch this other video. See ya.